the best and fastest way to travel in Blocks.io? Well, in this video, I'm going to be going through every single travel method imaginable to find out what one is the best one for Blocks.io. Obviously, there's the easy ones like walking, sprinting, and bee hopping, going at 4, 6, and 7.5 blocks a second. And even though we're only at the beginning, here's a really cool method to start it up.
Almost doubling bee hopping. This is bow boosting. Even without speed, you go pretty fast. I mean, currently I'm with speed, but, well, yeah, you go much faster than just bee hopping or sprinting. But when you just add that one speed potion, it does make you go pretty fast. I mean, it makes you go 14 blocks a second, and I can't shoot myself anymore because I'm pretty low. But it makes you go 14 blocks a second, which is almost double bee hopping. So even though this is the start, it is pretty fast. Let's just see how fast we may go.
Now, if you just thought that one was fast, check out this one.
This one is crazy fast. I mean, you go so fast you actually start glitching. This is crazy. Imagine just having this all around your base. That would be actually so good. This is pretty much really fast. I mean, you go 17 blocks a second just with this simple setup. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 16, 17 blocks. So now we are going that much in a second. Let's now go into the second one. Now the second one, I just built a long chamber because you will see why. I just didn't want to mess up the build, and this one goes up vertically, so I have to make a separate place for it. And now, firstly, for the iron one, you go that much in 1 second, and for the wooden ladders, you go that much in 1 second. So let's check out the iron ones first. Okay, so we don't really count the part waiting down there, but you just went up this in almost 2 seconds. So that's really fast, and you go about 15 blocks in 1 second. For this one, I'm pretty sure this is 10.5, and not counting the wait time also. After just a bit of some wait, you can go up that, and it's so satisfying because, I mean, this is so fun to play with. It's just like a spring or a slime block using ladders. So outside the tunnel, we'll be building the average of these, which will be 12.25. I mean 7.5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and a brick slab. So this isn't that fast when you really think about it, but still, if you want to go up vertically, this is probably still one of the fastest ways to go up vertically. And now, guys, we're going to skip the TNT jumping for a bit because we're going to do that a bit later. But now it's time for boats. Now, this is much faster than swimming. I mean, swimming is pretty slow. This is so slow. But boats are probably way better to use when you're on water because, I mean, why wouldn't you? It's so cheap, and also it goes way faster than just regular swimming. So this one goes 14 blocks a second, which is pretty good. You go the same speed as bee hopping as if you're just on one boat. One boat is the same speed as bee hopping on water. So yeah, I don't know why you would ever swim. And next up, it is ice boats. These are so speedy. I mean, literally, just look at your FOV. I mean, look at my hands. Look at the boat in my hand. It just, my hand, it becomes weird. And I have experimented with this before. You can see the whole entire world. This is just normal FOV. Just using boats. Boats on ice are so overpowered, and you actually go 20 blocks. in 1 second, which is similar to ice bee hopping. Ice speed bee hopping, but it's way cheaper again. So let's build these 2 towers first. 2, 3, 4, 5, 13, 14. And for ice, it goes way higher. 1, 2, 18, 19, 20. Oh wow. That pillar is very tall. But still, we got some more stuff to do with boats. And this one does make the world a bit laggy. But to set it up, I do firstly have to place boats. And let's start placing some boats. There we go. That should be good. And let's test this out. So I'm going to try it with an empty hand, and this is really slow. I mean, you would think that using an auto clicker would help, but I'm currently using my auto clicker. Like, I mean, kind of helps, but it's really weird. I mean, I'm not sure if it's actually helping. I mean, yeah, auto clickers really don't work well, so the fastest way to move here is to time your clicks. Like, you have to time getting off the boat and time getting into the next boat. Like, this is the fastest you will go, and even going this fast, you're still only going at 5 blocks a second. So it's actually still really slow compared to all the other boat methods you could use, and this is way too expensive. So this is probably one of the least recommended ways of traveling. That is too slow. Okay, but this one looks way more promising. I just placed a ton of these blocks because, well, this is an open lobby. You can actually just join right now by looking at the video, but you can notice I'm putting blocks because I just experimented, and I don't know why, but I just think it works better on blocks. And I found out that if you tap twice, quickly, both spacebar and right click, you go pretty high. I mean, yeah, that is 16 blocks in a second, which is pretty fast considering how cheap it is. It's just some water and a bow, and you can do this anywhere. You can just do it on water. I just placed a block because I thought it would help, but I'm not completely sure. And let's make the pillar for this as well. And I will need a carpet just to show the 0.1 at the end, because yeah, that 0.1 does kind of matter. Because if you're going to try and travel a long distance at the same speed, that 0.1 will turn into something grand. So let me just put the carpet there. You can't really see it though. And now we finally move on to the TNT section. Okay, so now after clearing my inventory, I'll show you how this works. I made the whole entire thing blast proof, because you can't really place TNT if there's protectors everywhere. So I made a separate section where there's a protector here, so you can't blow up this section, but you can anywhere else, except the blocks are blast proof. So firstly, let me get all the items that I need. Okay, now let's try this in survival. So the first one we're doing, this is from the easy section, but it's just plain TNT jumping. Yeah, like that. Next up, going into the medium section. In the medium section, there was double TNT jumping. Now, double TNT jumping is really hard. I mean, I don't think it really makes much of a difference, but more than double TNT jumping, I like fireball and TNT jumping. I missed that. Yeah, there we go. And they're both really overpowered, but without doing the speeds, let's go into hard section. So now we're doing moonstone orb launching, and firstly let's try it with TNT. I'm not sure which one's easier, but let's try TNT. I'm really bad at timing. Holy! Oh! I did not expect to go that far. I hope I don't die. I died. Okay, let's try it again. This is really hard with just TNT, but personally, I like playing using fireballs because that's pretty cool. Yeah, you can see what I mean. Okay, so you can see how this is really overpowered, and just because this is so fast, I'll just say it straight out there. Like, I'll just say it, how fast it is. You go 640 blocks in 1 second. That is your top speed. Well, you are teleporting, but it is quite fast. Okay, I did it. Where's my pearl? Oh, yeah. You see how fast it is. It's really overpowered, and other YouTubers have showcased it a lot. So that's probably where you also saw it if you ever did. I'll show you it with a knockback potion as well. Throw the orb, throw the potion. Yeah. See, the speeds are pretty similar. There's nothing really different about the speeds, amount of damage, because, yeah, it's not explosive. And it also makes you go extremely high up, and I only came back down here because I threw a pearl. But let's try it again, because it's actually really satisfying, and I do love doing these tricks. I mean, wow, that's... You just saw how high I went up there, and for all these sections, they all go the same amount in 1 second, and that is... Let's go back to build it. Now, the problem is that I'm worried if this is going to take way too long, because we're not doing these pillars first, we're doing these 3 first, because these go actually extremely fast. We're going to have to build a pillar for every single one of them. And I'm going to have to build up 640 blocks. So let's just see how much you actually go in 1 second. Okay, so I have currently reached not bedrock, but close to bedrock, and I just need to make this pillar a bit higher until it is 100. That much in 1 second. So this is really overpowered, and this is the same for every single one of these. So maybe I just need to build all the towers, and let's do it. And let's do this. And now, guys, moving on to the insane category. This requires a bow and a knockback potion. It's probably the cheapest thing out of everything except walking and bee hopping and everything like that. But look how fast you go. I mean, I can't really measure this because if you can see my screen, you just keep like glitching. I actually don't know what's happening when this happens. So you can't really know the speed of this. Actually impossible. Anti-cheat just goes really weird. The reason I just glitch back is because of anti-cheat, and I really don't know why this happens. I'm pretty sure it's because when you get hit in the boat, the knockback is amplified, but I mean, this is just crazy. And it acts like you're on water when you're in midair. So it's super funny, and also I don't know the speed of it. It's actually unknown because of this annoying thing called anti-cheat. Anti-cheat is actually really annoying in this scenario because I just can't measure the speed. It's actually impossible. So for this speed, since when I go vertically I can hit the roof I'm just gonna go to the roof and add a few more blocks to indicate that it's super fast. Two, and I'll just add like a tiny mini pillar. Because I actually don't know the speed of this, but I only know that it's probably as fast, almost as fast as this. That is it. And I hope you enjoyed the video, because this was quite hard to make, but still really fun, because these are actually crazy ways to travel. And thanks for watching. Please subscribe.